What's going on, people? Welcome to the opposition preview. I'm joined by the one and only Lawless as we look ahead to the game against West Ham on Saturday. Graham Potter is there. They've got their first win over Fulham in the league, and now they have to face Oliver Glasner's side. Make sure to check out Lawless Live as well as West Ham Fan TV. The links will be in the description down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and get involved throughout the show by leaving down your thoughts in the comment section. Lawless. Hey, we can go above you with a win. But before we get into the league table and everything else, just talk to me. Because we spoke at the start of the season pretty much about Lopetegui. And he's in there. And I got slated by West Ham fans for saying that he's a weak manager. He's gone. Graham Potter's there. Sum up your season so far. You spent about £130 million. You kept your core. You was predicting a European run. Well, finish anyways. Maybe can we fight for top 4, top 5, top 6? Those were the conversations, and then it just went south. Talk to me. How you been? What's happening?
I knew it wouldn't take long for you to get to that, like straight away. You know what? I'm a big man. I can admit, yeah. You was right, I was wrong. Okay, on Lopetegui.
It's not even about that. It was always going to happen with Lopetegui.
He was terrible. He was absolute. I tried to back him. I tried to get behind him. He was absolutely terrible. And the way that we've shifted under Potter so quickly, it just shows you. And this is the thing. When it comes to my confidence and predictions of how well we do, it was always more so based on the signings than Lopetegui, you know. It was, I was confident in the team. I didn't think Lopetegui was necessarily a bad manager. Or a coach. So I, figured we could do something. I was so impressed with the improvements we made to the squad, but he proved himself to be terrible. Like, I'm hearing stories coming out about how he would create this big game plan for the week's game, and then just change it last minute. And the players would be confused. They don't understand what he was.
It sums him up, and that's why he's a weak manager. That's why. Look, even at Wolves. When I saw him at Wolves, he just reminded me of the Spanish Roy Hodgson. And in terms of style of play, there isn't anything creative about it. Now, I'll be honest, you've got decent players in your squad. You spent a good amount of money, but you've also got quality in your squad. And to me, it was like, you have to be a terrible manager to make these players play like that. Bowen went out of form before his injury. He really was on form at West Ham. It was just terrible all around, and he just had to get sacked. For us, I guess it's good that he stayed on for as long as he did.
Well, he got to win over you guys, though, innit? That's the thing. He beat Palace.
He beat Palace, but that Palace side is a very different Palace side to the Palace side that you're going to be facing on Saturday. In terms of, we were all over the place at the start of the season. We didn't get a win till we faced Spurs, I think, until game week 9. And you was raving on about it every other week about no wins. But yeah, our start of the season was terrible because of recruitment, injuries, and a few other stuff. But yeah, look, we are playing better. However, there is another level we can get to, and that level can only be unlocked with a few other players. But for you, under Graham Potter now, new era. He's managing the Premier League before with Brighton, with Chelsea as well. What are your expectations? Because I've been watching your streams and you don't really sound as keen on him, like from when he joined. But now it seems like after the Fulham game especially, you're like, all right, let's see what he can do. But do you have faith that he could be the man to lead you to success?
Yeah, I mean, the big question mark I had over Potter was the structure he had at Brighton is far and away better than what we've got at West Ham. Like, working with Sullivan is going to be difficult, you know. So it's just going to be how what the tools that he can be given and if he can work with them. But really and truly, from the first half against Aston Villa, I was so impressed with just how he had us pressing. Our passing has improved like 10 times. Like, it's crazy. Our defense, which has leaked a ridiculous amount of goals, not just under Lopetegui, but under Moyes, looks much more organized. There's still some little problems there that need ironing out. Obviously, we're missing Todibo, so we have to play Mavropanos. But yeah, man, I'm so impressed by just how I've seen us play, especially with all the key injuries we've got out. Like, that win against Fulham, I wasn't confident in it because to miss like Fulkrug, Somerville, Bowen, Todibo, You know, obviously Antonio's missing. Like, there's a lot of key attacking players. We had to play a whole team of midfielders, and we come out with the win. You know, and people can sit there and say, "Oh, but Fulham, you know, like they gifted the goals." No, like we pressed, and that's what pressing can do. Yeah, like Leno should do better, but we pressed them, we put them under pressure, and that can happen. So, yeah, man, like I'm convinced. I'm all aboard the Potter train. I'm still would doubt in my mind that, you know, things could go wrong, whatever. But yeah, man, I'm just buzzing to see the performance. I just want to see my team put a shift in, work hard, and go after it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to see.
Do you want my insight on Potter as well?
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Come on then. Let's have your.
I don't think he's a bad manager. He's better than Lopetegui. And you can already see it. Like, he's a good coach, and he's come from, even before the Brighton days, like he has worked at clubs with limited resources, so he's a decent coach. And I do actually feel like he will be good for you lot. Like, I'm not really as worried. But do you think he's a better manager than Oliver Glasner?
Well, like, it's hard to say that because Glasner obviously has European credentials. You know what I mean? Like, he's got the trophy. Yeah, he's done well. Time will tell what we see them both do in the Premier League. You know, what I mean?
Do you think he's a better manager? It's what time will tell. I'm just asking you now. Do you think he's a better manager than Oliver Glasner?
I think Glasner's probably got the edge tactically, but I think maybe I'd give Potter the edge in terms of man management, coaching.
That's just rubbish. Where do you get that from? That Glasner can't man manage.
I'm not saying he can't.
Ways. Just say he's a better manager. You just stop trying to act like, you know, Oliver Glasner.
You just want me to say
tactics, because there hasn't been any real issues at Palace. So what are you talking about, man management?
But then why hasn't Glasner been linked with bigger jobs than Palace?
What?
Why is Glasner at Palace?
Well, he's at Palace because we got him. He was linked to Bayern Munich before company. And he said that.
Yeah, no, he was. That's true. I'll give you that. But listen, like I said, time will tell in this Premier League, right? Because, okay, right now, let's say right now, yeah, I'll give it to Glasner. But that's not set in stone. Let's see what.
I'll take it.
And the thing is, with Potter, he's shown he can build something. Do you know what I mean? Like, at Ostersund's, at Brighton, he can build something. So that's what I want to see, if he can implement that at West Ham and see if he can get more into the recruitment. But yeah, listen, I think he's definitely better than Ange Postecoglou. I will say that we've got better managers.
He's terrible. I don't know how he's still there. We didn't get our first win of the season till we faced them, and now we're level on points with them. And you lot are above them. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. But apparently they have injuries. That's always the excuse with them. It's just
they have it. Like I said, you see the team we put out against Fulham. I'm sorry, that's injuries, no excuses. I'm not having it.
Yeah, it's BS, man. It's BS.
The problem is you have to be tactical.
What are you expecting then this season under Potter?
Yeah, you asked that. Do you know what? I honestly think we can potentially get top 10. I think Europe is a little bit of a push too far, man. There's too much of a gap. But if we can get Bowen back early, which he looks like he's ahead of schedule, get Tadiba back, Somerville, like, he's honestly, how good he was in that first half against Villa. Losing him in that game cost us the game. Like, we get him back. Like, yeah, we could easily push for top 10, which would be massive, like, after the season we've had. So obviously, look, it depends what Amorim can do, how he can turn things around. We've got a few teams to compete with for that spot. But yeah, man, I think even 8th might be a little bit too much. So if he gets us top 10.
It's a crazy season. It's a crazy season. And it's a long season as well. You never know. I think he might still need to adjust. He's still going to learn about his players. I think this is basically an extended preseason. Well, I say preseason, but as long as you stay in the league, which you will do.
That's how I looked at it, really.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Because I wanted to
last year.
Yeah, both of you, like, you look at it for you guys. It's for Palace as well. Like, this season for both of us, it's going to be about just being stable. Both teams. The thing is, even though Glasner's had his thing last season, Glasner, maybe Potter is going to have like a Glasner type run that, like this season. Do you know what I mean? Like last season when Glasner came in, it was a little bit of a stumbling block at first, but you went on a really good run towards the end of the season. So it had a real knock-on effect for the rest of the season. So Potter could have that you had last season, but no expectations, no pressure really. Like, and this was my problem with Lopetegui. I could take the position that we're in, all of this, but what I saw, say like Villa, we lost that game, but I came out and I was impressed. I was happy because of how we performed. And I never saw that. Even when we won, I never saw that under Lopetegui. So now I'm like, cool, whatever happens, as long as I'm seeing this on the pitch, performances, the players looking much happier, actually putting a shift in. Yeah, man, wherever we finish is where we finish. But it would be nice to just get that top 10 finish.
Yeah, it's something to build on, in terms of this game, then, I'll be honest, we're in a good run of form. Since that Spurs game, to be fair, apart from the Arsenal game, I think in the last 6 away games in the Premier League, we haven't lost, which is like a record in the entire season of the Premier League. We've conceded the least amount of goals away from home, only 11. And I think we had like 1 or 2 own goals there as well. And it's another away game, and we just beat Leicester 2-0. So there's no real reason for me to be negative. I think for Palace to kick on and get a bit more consistent results, we need to sign a couple players, another number 10, which hopefully should be done sooner rather than later, with Romain Esse coming from Millwall, and then a left wing back. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. As I normally am against West Ham. I think the previous fixture, it didn't feel like a 2-0 loss. It was the subs. It was the subs that killed us. But that was a whole different Palace side to what we are right now. But how are you feeling? Because against Fulham, it wasn't a bad performance, but it wasn't like, wow, this is potable as well.
Yeah, like we're gonna have to do the best with what we've got. You know, it's gonna be about it's gonna be about the tactics. Do you know what I mean? And how you can look to set us up against Palace, really and truly. That's going to be the thing, because we had to play like Paqueta up front, because we have, I mean, it's Danny Ings. Do you know what I mean? And Danny Ings did well when he come on, obviously pressed and helped force the error. But yeah, man, like with the state of our squad, I can never be confident. Like if we had everyone, I'd be so confident for this game. But to miss all those attacking players is brutal. It's a killer. Like, so yeah, like if we put the shift in, if we work, press, all of them things, yeah, I believe we can get something for sure. Like, yeah, you have to.
Normally, you come with a lot of chest, and I'm not seeing any chest right now. You seem like you've had the humble pie this season.
No, because of the injuries. It's because of the injuries. Like I said,
so who's out injured? For those that don't watch West Ham, Bowen's out. I know that. Who else is out?
Bowen, big loss. Somerville, which is huge loss. Fulkrug, who, you know what I mean? Like in that first half against Villa, like he was linking up play. He was a focal point. He didn't score, but he was a really important part of the attack, and he could have really kicked on, but he's done his hamstring, and you know it's not going to work out for him. To Debo, who is much better than Mavropanos. You know, obviously there's Antonio missing as well. So there's just a lot of just attacking options that are just not there. And like I said, Mavropanos, he's all right. He's just got mistakes in him. That's the problem. You never know when he's going to have a harebrained bozo moment. So that's why I can't be confident, because I realize that Potter's getting the best out of the limited resources.
Defensively, you're a bit suspect. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, like I said, because of like those little moments, them little mistakes and things like that. That's what costs us. Like defensively, we're so much more organized. We're not as bad defensively as we were, but you can't just like, this is a team. I think we've got one of the worst goal differences in the league, and for a whole calendar year, this is the team that was so many games leaking 4s, 5s, 6s, you know, multiple games. So you can't just wave a magic wand, no pun intended, and erase that. You can improve it, but them little mistakes are going to take time to fix, you know. So yeah, and then obviously Fabianski, he wasn't great for some of them goals as well. He's coming to the end. So yeah, we are suspect at the back still, even though we've improved. So that's still somewhere where obviously Palace's attack could get joy. But we are scoring more. You know, like I said, our like Paqueta, I think you're gonna see the best of Paqueta out from Potter. You know, so he's gonna be the guy. And obviously you got Kudus, you can never rule Kudus out. So yeah, man, we still got them options. So I think it's gonna be one of them where no one's getting a clean sheet in this game.
You do. That's why I was surprised that you just didn't have a bit more chest, because I was like, you still got Kudus, still got Paqueta, and you're playing at home. You're playing at home, and you beat us 2-0 away from home with Lopetegui as a manager. So surely, if Lopetegui is beating us, then Graham Potter should be able to get a result against Palace as well.
Yeah, but it's like you said, you're in better form. Like so this is a different Palace I'm expecting to play against. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even like in terms of defeats, just not even away from home, it's like we've drawn quite a few games, but we haven't lost that many games. The last game that we lost was the Arsenal one, the 5-1, which was, as I said, that was like a one-off game. We never really concede more than 2 goals ever. It's normally like 1 or 2. And then before the Arsenal defeat, the last time we actually lost a Premier League game was against Fulham back in early November. So we've only had like 2 losses in the last 2 months. And of course, there was a lot of fixtures that were played during that time as well. So, Palace have been, ever since the Tottenham game, we've been good. 2 defeats is crazy, especially in the league in the last 2 months. So, yeah, we're looking more up the table rather than down. We're only 4 points off 10th. As you said, you're trying to aim for 10th as well. And I think this is a good opportunity. This is a good opportunity to go above you. And hopefully we do take it. Who's going to finish higher this season?
I'm backing us. Like, I'm backing us because I feel like, you know what I mean? Obviously, January transfer window is open for both of us. So that's going to be key. I'm not thrilled by the names we're linked with, but
are you signing anyone?
We're trying to sign a striker, which is we need, because we're not seeing Fulkrug or Antonio this season, which just leaves Danny Ings, which, do you know what I mean? We can't rely on him to score the amount of goals that we need to be serious this season. So yeah, we have to get a striker, like quick time. So the options I'm hearing, I'm not excited about. Awani from like Forest, not excited by that at all.
So you just get like leftovers.
Yeah, listen, I would take leftovers on loan, yeah, but I'm not willing to spend 15, 20 million. Oh, and KO, is he for sale? Interesting. Take him on loan.
On loan for the remainder of the season?
Listen, I'll take him on loan as a body. Like, see what.
No, I don't think we're going to be doing that. Don't get your hopes high. That's our £30 million striker, not yours. Not yours.
Yeah, that don't even start. Like, he's just flop. Let's be real. He's a flop.
Our £30 million striker.
Flop of the season.
You could just watch from the outside. Well, he's going to be there anyways against West Ham. It would be funny if he scores against you lot.
I'll touch wood. Yeah, I'll touch wood. That cancels it out. But yeah, like,
he won't be starting anyways. He'll be Mateta. But before we do wrap up, people, we'll be Lawless and I will be at the This Is London event show in the Hippodrome Casino. So make sure to buy your tickets. Entry's only around £10. You can also get food and drinks as well on the day. Lead judges: Lawless, Dan Potts, Deji Spurs, Don, Chelsea. So it'll be a good, fun night out on Friday, the 24th of January. So make sure to check that out. This is London event. Scan the QR code here, and the link will also be in the description down below to have a good night out where we can laugh at West Ham.
Well, listen, we'll see, because this is going to be just after our game. This is going to be the Friday after we play each other.
Exactly. So I'm going to see you live in the flesh after we beat you.
Yes,
that's going to be amazing.
It's going to be good, and the audience are going to be getting involved in a lot of the topics. We're going to and deciding who's right, who's wrong. So it's going to be live. Come down, meet us. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, 100%. And the link will be in the description down below as well. But if you do want to, you can click on the scan the QR code on the screen. Go back and pause it. But score predictions before we wrap up. I'll be honest, I don't see us losing this game. I just don't. I'm debating 3-0 or 4-0. That's what I'm stuck between right now. I'm joking.
You sure, man?
I'm joking. Disclaimer, I'm joking. 3 or 4? No. Part of me, I don't know why the 1-0 was sticking by me, but reckon we got goals. I want to say 2-1 Palace. We need to get revenge for the reverse fixture because losing against Lopetegui should be a crime. You know, Glasner, as much as I love him, should be facing himself in front of court and justifying himself. But, you know, time has passed, so he needs to get revenge. Lopetegui ain't there anymore. It's Graham Potter. We have beaten him before. So I'm going to go for 2-1 away from home. Our away record is good. Coming off a win against Leicester as well. Clean sheet. We'll take that. What about you at home for you?
Yeah, like the thing is, it does kind of have draw written all over it, this game. I can see it. But, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I don't think we've won back-to-back games all season. This would be the time to start. And we
haven't as well, I don't think, you know.
Interesting.
So it's going to be a draw, 1-1. Confirmed.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's draw written all over it. But yeah, man, like home games, Saturday, 3:00, back-to-back home games. You know, we've had that extra day's rest than you. Obviously, you traveled to Leicester last night. Wednesday night. Was it Wednesday night? Wednesday night. You traveled to Leicester. So yeah, man, like I said, we should have the legs a little bit more. I'm going to edge it to us 2-1. You know, I'm going to back the boys 2-1. Mate, if we come out and win this game, I'm happy. That will put us, like, a win. I think will put us in the top 10. No, it'll put us, it'll put us 10th, depending on the teams that obviously Brighton and...
Well, we could go above you if we beat you as well.
Yeah, you could go above us. So that's going to be interesting.
So, yeah, I just want this win. I just, like, you know, you just have to... We've been there and about. That's the annoying thing. We just can't get back-to-back wins. And every single time, like even when you're in the mud, right when we're there, you somehow get a win. We've just never been able to go above you. And this is the time. Enough is enough. Yeah, face us straightforward. Let's beat you and go above you. I'm tired of looking at your results and our results, and it's like, damn, this is gonna be the game week. Oh, wait a minute, West Ham have won a game. It's like, what's the chances? Like, we're right there. So I want it to be this game week against you lot at your ground. Hopefully we can get the win, but let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, as well as your score predictions. Drop a like and subscribe. Check out the Lawless Live YouTube channel, as well as West Ham Fan TV. That's it from us, and until next time, up the Palace.